Join me today for some more vintagey Christmas. Yoo-hoo, it's Loo-hoo, and I'm Cyndy Young. I'm the designer behind Loo-hoo Stitches, and this is my Flosstube channel. I just want to thank everyone for all of the wonderful comments, the thumbs up, the views, everything. This, you know, it gets talked about how you'll have something go viral. Well, last Flosstube was my viral Flosstube, I guess. I had more views than I've ever had, like about 10 times as many views. And it was just encouraging to know that the tubes of you thought it, you know, I did a nice enough job on my Flosstube video to suggest it to people who like to watch Flosstube videos. And you guys all responded, and I just so appreciate that. So because you all liked the vintage vibe of the last video, I thought I would go digging in my stash some more and see what else I could find. And that's exactly what I did. I talked about a few things last time that from the magazine. I showed you the McCall's magazine, and I thought I'd show you what got made out of that magazine. And one of the things was my brother and I, one year my mom bought a whole bunch of felt and sequins and needle and thread and glue, and she had that pattern book, and then she had another pattern book, and we just made felt ornaments. And these are some of those felt ornaments. Not every ornament on this wreath is from that book, but this one right here is, and I just made this one flat, and then recently he was kind of wrinkled and I thought I would iron him, only he wasn't made from 100% wool felt. There was some acrylic in it and it kind of bunched up. I don't know if you can see that. He sort of bunched up in the middle. And I thought, well, do I make him again? I don't know. But there's this seal, and there's Santa, the train, this frog, and the little horse. And actually, I think my mom did the little horse. My brother did this. I don't remember, and he did this. But we had fun. And then these, of course, did you get Lifesaver boxes in your stockings? These are from Lifesaver boxes. And this little bird was something my grandmother used to put ornaments on our gifts. She would mail ornaments from Wisconsin, and I think that was one of those ornaments. Possibly. I'm actually not sure. Without my mom here, I don't remember exactly, but when my sister and I went through my mom's ornaments, one year we went through, we took the boxes, and my sister got a wreath, and one of my daughters who wanted to got a wreath, and we took the ornaments we liked the best or that meant the most to us, and we made those wreaths. So just a fun idea to do with maybe special ornaments. Now recently I went to a craft show, and there was a woman there who had all sorts of vintagey ornaments like you would get out of Hirschner's now, she had the balls where you put the beads on it. I think there's actually a term for making those ornaments. Anyway, she had these are actually bottle covers. So I actually have a lint roller that I have this standing on because I couldn't find the bottle that was the right size. But anyway, so I bought these, and she goes and she hunts down what's called old new stock. It's old stock from original stock of, you know, kits, but it's never been used. So she hunts those down and she makes things like this. And I will link her. She has a business, it's called Brucies Baubles. And this came with my tree. Anyway, I just thought this was just so quintessentially retro vintage Christmas with all the sparkles and everything. So that was fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you something I bought for myself. Remember I said a couple videos ago I was talking about putting bags together, and I said I don't have any quilty sort of bags. Well, I bought myself one, and I bought it purely based on this fabric because I kept seeing it in Etsy, and I was like, I have to have that bag. And it's so beautifully made. It's she's quilted the back like it feels like a thin piece of foam perhaps to help it be nice and stable. And then along with the project bag there's like a little needle book, and I suppose you could also put like thread scraps in here because this is kind of it feels like flannel right here. And then she's got this cute little thing to put your needles. This is felt right here, and it's got a little snap so that you can put it in the bag. And the name of her business is Bags by FabShabbyRose. So I will link both her and Brucies Baubles in the down below, and you can go find your own cute baubles and bags. Let's see what else. Oh, there's a little charm on here that says 2025 on it, and then she gave me a candy. So these are beautifully made, so I highly, this is just really nice. I do have a project for this, but I wanted you to be able to see the whole thing. So there's that. Okay, so now to cross stitch, the vintagey cross stitch. Some of which is straight on Christmas and some of which is just sort of related to Christmas. So the first thing I thought I went through my stuff and I found my cross country stitching magazines. Now, I never subscribed to cross country stitching, but I would frequently buy, I was gonna say episodes, frequently buy issues in the grocery store back when there would be a huge magazine section. Do you remember that? People don't do that as much. Anyway, she was very, I think it was the same lady who designed everything. Let me see if I can find the beginning of her pictures in the front. Yes, so Linda Coleman was the editor and publisher. They had plenty of other staff, but I really think she designed everything. And one year I saw this cute little quilty girl in her magazines, and there was a whole series, and she had the Quilty Girl, Quilting Lady, and then there was a gardening lady, and I don't know what the other one exactly is. I'll show you the pictures right here, these two. My mom was a quilter, so I decided that year I was going to do that Quilty Lady. And I think I was doing daycare at the time, so finding moments to cross stitch was really challenging, but I did. And I'm sorry for the glare because I have this under glass, but I got her all quilted and framed for my mom, and she was in my mom's quilt room for till she passed away, and then I inherited her back. So the only thing with this is we were living up here, and there haven't been needle workshops, brick and mortar needle workshops up here since the 90s, and this was the early 2000s. And it called for whisper floss for her hair, and I had no idea what that was. Yeah, hair, whisper floss, RGO2. It doesn't even tell me what color it was. So all I could go on was what I saw in the picture. And so what I did was I took two flosses that sort of blended together, and I just used one strand of each, and then I stitched her hair to kind of get that mottled look. And then I used beads for the eyes. I don't know if it called for beads. It called for beads, but I think the beads that she used were really tiny or something, or mine were really big. I like the way mine turned out though. Anyway, it was really fun. Per usual, I switched out flosses because I didn't have the flosses that were called for, and that is just my modus operandi. Now I tend to go with the called for flosses a lot more. I will, go to 1-2-3 Stitch or go down to my local hobby shop and find them, but back then I didn't. So anyway, all right, so here is an issue from December of 1995, and right on the cover is this cute Merry Christmas and sort of Noah themed sampler. I love the colors in this one. And they are so pretty. And then I'll show you the back. It always kind of shows what else is in the magazine, which may be heavily Christmassy or not. Let's see. She did this she did this one with a menorah, but Jesus. It says Jesus on it. For those who, well, whatever. Then there's this with kind of alphabets, so you can spell out. I would show you the other side, but there is no other side. It's just this one side. What else here? There was a lot of advertising in the middle of these. They had a lot of finishing stuff, and then they had a lot of booklets. This is not particularly Christmassy. Oh, how funny. Here's the other side of that picture. I always found it interesting the way some of these books were put together. Anyway, here's that. Let's see. Jeremiah Junction. That was the name. I'm kind of looking through here to see if there's anything super Christmassy, but not really. But maybe some of this you remember, this style, the real country style. This particular Jeremiah Junction, she always used Bible verses for things. So they're angels with a Bible verse and the cross. That's kind of Christmassy. So that was from 1995. If you want to hunt that down, I don't need to start anything else. Okay, here's one more little stocking pattern from one of the cross countries that I have. And really pastel colors. She was up to a point she used really more dark colors, and then at one point she kind of made this shift to more pastel colors. I don't know. Okay, moving on to Leisure Arts. Leisure Arts had two magazines that I know of. One was for the love of cross stitch, and we'll look at some of those. And this other one was Cross Stitch Magazine, and this one would have other crafts in it, crochet projects, or maybe a little quilting project or something like that. This is not a Christmas. This was actually display in February kind of thing, but I thought this was really cute and looked sort of Christmassy. I've always wanted to do this one since whenever this magazine came out, which was, I don't know, I'm probably in the late 90s. 98, yep, 98. So anyway, there's a lot of, what else was in here? They had some hearts you could make, a teddy bear, all the pattern pieces to make kind of a Teddy Roosevelt teddy bear. They call it a buttoned up bear. They had knitting projects. Those little girls are probably all grown up now. An Afghan. That's a crochet project. And then more cross stitch, like cute. Anyway, so that was from Cross Stitch magazine. And then I had, I don't know, this was a water damaged magazine, but it had cute little goose and teddy bear in it. Geese, in case you were wondering, and this was probably from around the same time. Actually, this is for the love of cross stitch, and it's up in the corner. It says premiere issue. So it has a pretty scene that reminds me of I can't think of her name. Oh, here it is, Paula Vaughn. It is a Paula Vaughn. That was who I was thinking of. It's a Paula Vaughn. There you go. So you can find old magazines on eBay and sometimes on Etsy. And so I would just encourage you, if you're like seeing these, and several of you commented, oh, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of my magazines. You can go buy them again. Somebody didn't get rid of theirs and now they're selling them. So anyway, okay, here's another piece from For the Love of Cross Stitch, and this was part of a series, and it looks like they kind of a reproduction. And there, what else was, oh, there was this Santa in here. And the thing about leisure arts is I always found them to be very very artistic. I don't know how else to put that. And a lot of these magazines also have biographies, like of a designer biography. So this is Sandy Gore Evans in the late 90s. And this was one of her contributions to the magazine. And I remember her being a popular designer for a lot of home decor in the late 90s. That was all for the Christmas in this particular issue. This was from September of '89. Okay. And then here's a cute, some of these are just, there was one little Christmas project in the back, and this is one of those. And there was a little Santa, and I'm actually covering the chart up here. And it is from, actually this is from spring, I don't know, spring of, it's an April issue. So I'm sorry, I can't remember I don't know what year it is. I remember I've had it for a long time, but you don't want to sit here and have me figure that out. Okay, here's another cute one. This is from Gail Busey. She's been designing for a long time, and there were actually a couple different designs of hers in this particular issue, but this was the Christmas design. Adorable. I kind of would like to stitch that. Let's see if oh, here's the other one. And there was a little thing about her, biography of hers. There's the other. So this one was from, we'll see if it tells me. It does not tell me, May of 2001. It does tell me, May of 2001. Very cute, bunnies in pots on it. Okay, here's another one that's more of a black, got a lot of black work in it, which is really just a lot of back stitching. And you can make a bread cloth and a little cute thing for your canning lid and a little bag, sachet bag. And this was from July of '98. And I do believe this is the Gail Busey on the front. She just does beautiful, beautiful work. And I kept this one because I really like these. And I have all 4 magazines for all 4 seasons. And I managed to get the fall one done, but it's not, I got it done. It's not finished, but it's done. Anyway, so I have all 4 seasons. And my plan was to, you know, do all 4 and then put them out for display. Anyway. Yeah. Didn't happen. Okay, here's another Leisure Arts Santa, kind of a country Saint Nick is what they called him. And this was from, in case you're curious, well, you're supposed to display it until March 24th. So I'm not really sure what year. 98. I happened to look in the right spot. And there you go. Okay, moving on from Leisure Arts to Stony Creek. The stuff I have from Stony Creek is not all that old. It's more recent, and I'm not doing this in any particular order. Okay, I'm going to try and show you this without showing you charts, but here are some cute. Now the thing with Stony Creek is I notice is they like to use backstitch a lot. And those are cute little snowmen, and that is from spring of 2017. So, and a lot of times, a lot of these magazines will always have some sort of Christmas something in it. And this is a whole Christmas magazine. Now, I'm just going to show you, well, yeah, I'm just going to show you the front cover. And I will try to hold it up closely enough so that if you see something you like, you can go hunt down this magazine. I like these towels here. And then there's a series of seasonal snowmen back here. And this was from autumn 2017. So they call it the annual gift issue. So it kind of looks like maybe I don't know a lot about Stony Creek, but like they did a Christmas issue, sort of like Just Cross Stitch does. Here's another series of quickies that you could stitch. What does it say? Baby's first Christmas, our first Christmas together, and our 50th Christmas together. My husband and I are on our 34th. This will be Christmas 34. Actually 35. We weren't married yet. But in this particular issue, I'm trying to find the front, and it's not helping me. Oh, there we go. This was spring of 2018. See, this was, sorry, you didn't see that, did you? I subscribed because I was just so excited. I just thought I'd subscribe. And that was the year that they decided you just have to buy the new issue they weren't going to do subscriptions. Anyway, so this is from winter of 2018. And that's cute little snow couple together. And and then the front cover, they have this sled and skate and out in the woods. I thought that was cute. I don't know if I would have the patience, but I suppose if I found just the right one. Did I show you the snowman? He's cute. I would do it. I'm just a collector of magazines. I love magazines. I still have all of my Mary Englebright home companions. If you remember Mary Englebright, please tell me that she's still working today, but if you have your home companions, tell me. I would like to not be the only one that moved 3 years worth of magazines from one house to the other with my husband yelling at me the whole time. Here's a pretty snowflake. This is hard to, trying to get a light on it just right there. There we go. That's a little better. Because it's pretty light in the magazine as well. Here's some snowmen. I think it's fun. I don't see people like do things for useful things. You know, stitch up, you know, for something to put around your Kleenex. Anyway, that was from February 2008. So you don't see, what I'm trying to say is you don't see people stitch for items you use regularly. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. So that's, I think there were some Valentine's things in here, but I won't go through everything. That's why I'm telling you which issue I'm getting them out of. Okay, here's a really pretty Christmas sampler. And the cute thing that Stony Creek does is if they have an embellishment, they somehow put it on the chart, like a lightened picture of the embellishment on the chart, so you know exactly where it's supposed to go. Anyway, that's really cute. Then there is this Santa, very elaborate Santa, very nice. And this was from December of 2006. So actually there weren't a ton. There were these 2 things in here that were Christmassy. Oh, and then there were some cute little gift tags. That would have been fun to get my act together and do that. Anyway, cute. All right. Oh, that's all the magazines. Okay, so I have one other thing that I found. Actually, 2 other things. Well, 2 other books that were specifically Christmas that I found and that I kind of forgot. And one is this Make It Yourself Christmas. And I bet, can you guess what year this was from? This was from 1973. And this was one of those things that my mom got. And it had directions how to make a very elaborate gingerbread house. There were, there was this gingerbread tree, and I actually, when we were homeschooling and our group got together one time, I did something like this, only we made stuff for the birds. You know, I took rice cakes and they spread peanut butter on them and put seeds on them, and I can't remember what all. We had different things, and then we made the tree out of dowels in a pot, and I can't remember how we got stuff to stay in the pot. Anyway, and the kids got to make stuff for their birds out their back window. Anyway, how about this? Waxing, making wax, putting wax on candles. That would be a cool project for now. And I love the patterns. The patterns in here are great. How to make candles using cookie cutters. What else? Oh, this was cool. Folding up paper, accordion style paper, and making this whole angel. Can you believe that? I think that, I don't know if the angel, they found a doll head for the angel, and you could make a star doing the same with foil paper. Oh, things people used to do. Making ornaments from straw. I don't even know if you could find materials for some of this. Oh, basically dough ornaments. Aren't They a crack up? Let's see what else. More dome ornaments. And that's the tree on the front. I was really into salt dough. And then here's a tree. They just took like door plywood and put glitter on it. Different folded kind of origami paper ornaments. And then these fun geese and chicken. These are made from felt and sequins, and this is just glued together. There's some more pigs and the whole farmyard with the farmer and his wife. Okay, there's more in the back. There's a whole how to make hot pads, or, you know, oven mitts. Can I say words? No, I can't say words. Toll painting, before toll painting was a deal, a big deal. You know, it'd be 10 years before people really got into toll painting. Painting on glass. And there was a special paint you had to buy, especially if you were putting it on glassware to be drunk from. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to be putting that stuff in the dishwasher. Oh, beading, like with pony beads, but learning how to do it so you had more than just a simple string. There's knitting projects in here. There you got the whole family and the MG out with their caps and their scarves. Let's see. Set up your own dollhouse. There's directions for everything, how to make everything. There's pattern pieces, how to make a castle. It's just, this is really a lovely book. There's a whole paper mache thing so you can make your own puppets. I'll show you the puppets. They're kind of scary. But here you go. So you can put on your own little Christmas show, your own thing. There's, oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stuff. Anyway, there's this book. For those of you who might want to go track that down. I don't know who published this. Let's see, maybe I can find the publisher. National Handcraft Institute in Des Moines, Iowa. So there we go. The other book that we had was Parents Magazine's Christmas Holiday Book. There are not really any crafts in here, but there's stories. There's the biblical story of Christmas. There are songs, Christmas songs and carols with a history. There's ideas for family activities. You know, they give ideas for crafts. They don't go into a lot of detail how to make the crafts. There's a picture of a tree at Rockefeller Center in whatever year this was published. There's information about how Christmas is celebrated in different cultures. And then there are recipes in the back. So like cookie recipes and dinner recipes for different ethnic groups and so forth. Anyway, this is an awesome book. My sister and I kind of fight over who gets it every year. I got it this year. Anyway, it's a great book. It was, let's see, publishing date. I'm thinking late 70s, early 80s. Oh, I will revise. That's to early 70s, 1972. And I had to read that in Roman numerals. So, and then I found some cookbooks. Who remembers their mom having these Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks on top of the red checkered one? So there is a particular cake I make, and my mom used to make it, but my dad loves poppy. It's like a poppy seed torte. And so you make the cake, and then you have to cut the cake in half, and you make a custard filling that goes in between the layers, and then you just sprinkle it with powdered sugar. My dad loves this cake, and now everybody in the family loves the cake. So it got handed down to me to make the cake every year. And every year I have to go through all 3 of these books and figure out which book the recipe is in. And it's actually in this one, but I can guarantee I won't remember that until next year. So I was sitting and going through these books and just reading recipes, and this one's really cool because it kind of helps you put together menus for various holidays through the years, not just Christmas, and for birthdays, and if you want to have an Italian dinner, and how to spatchcock a game hen, and just everything. And the pictures are I just love the pictures. I don't know what it is. It's like, I think they were never a vibrant color. They were always sort of pastel-y, but here you go. Cakes, and oh, here we go. Look at these sweet girls with their tulip cake. And that is actually, does it say what kind of cake? Oh, the tulips are made from gumdrops. You roll the gumdrops out between wax paper. Could you not? That was my cat chewing on the wreath. And then you take a cookie cutter shaped like a tulip, and you cut it out. And then you roll out green jelly strings and just cut the leaves out. Isn't that clever? You could still do that today. Here you go. It's a fruit and vegetable crudité. But look at this. There you go. There's your roast beef for Christmas Day. With the cute little holly man. I think that's the other thing. It's like, well, isn't that interesting? Okay, my cat is eating my wreath. Here's some Christmas cookies. All right, that's everything. Oh, no, that's not everything. I have 2 new releases coming out in the next week or so. I'm waiting for the hard copies to arrive in the mail, and then they will be in my Etsy shop and at my website, luhustitches.com. And Etsy shop, just look for Luhu Stitches. And anyway, yes, I'm already showing you stuff for Valentine's Day in February. However, I have this out with my Christmas decorations. And it actually looks really great. And it says, "You, my love, hold the key to my heart." And it's a little Quaker Valentine. The title of the pattern is "You, my love." And it's done with 3 different threads. There's a DMC Winter White, which is 3865, I think, and then 2 reds, geranium, and the darker red is eluding me. I can't remember what the schoolhouse red, I think, for the darker red. There you are. And it's stitched on 32 count country latte. I will have all the details in my posts. If you haven't signed up for my email, I'll be sending out an email soon-ish. We'll see how the next 5 days go. And I'll have all the details in there. And here is the second installment in my father's house. I showed this to you last time. This is the February installment. It will be out later this week. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram and Facebook. Actually, Instagram is really the one to follow me on, and here on YouTube. And I will be announcing their releases and trying to go through my brain and think of all the things I need to say. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope to be back in about 2 weeks. We'll see what the holidays bring and how disorganized and crazy it gets, or how organized it stays. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate Hanukkah, if you celebrate Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, I pray and hope that it's a blessed time for you. And if it's a hard time for you, I hope you are able to find some peace in the middle of it. Thank you for coming in and viewing. Thank you for your comments. If you have any questions or comments about today's video, be sure and leave those down below in the comment section. You can find some of the stuff at the beginning, links down below, and what else? That's it. So Merry Christmas and happy stitching from Blue Stitches.